أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Title: Who is a Karkari disciple? By the barakah of our Shaykh Quddisa Sirruh. Our Shaykh teaches that the path to God has rules and spiritual stations. At the heart of this journey to God are 7 foundations, as our Shaykh has defined them. These foundations have generally remained consistent within the Jedoui tradition. However, earlier Jedoui teachers often emphasized certain foundations more than others. In the Karkari renewal, all 7 are given equal emphasis. Our Shaykh teaches that the wayfarer on this path must uphold these 7 foundations. If they don't, they cannot be considered on the path to God, or they are missing something important in their spiritual journey. The very first of these foundations, the door to entering the tariqah, is the bay'ah, the pledge of commitment. Our Shaykh makes it very clear, without a direct bay'ah with him, a person cannot call themselves a Karkari disciple. This is true no matter what they might claim or what dreams or visions they've said they've had. A true disciple is someone who has committed themselves directly to the Shaykh. Our Shaykh explains that the bay'ah has traditionally been done hand to hand, following the way of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. This physical pledge is the highest form, and its essence and origin are found in the Prophet's saying, "The one who has shaken the hand of one who has shaken my hand will not be touched by the fires of hell." However, with today's technology allowing us to connect through sound and image across distances, our Shaykh has made an exception for those who cannot be physically with him. He now allows the bay'ah to be given from a distance, such as through video calls. Still, Sidi Shaykh emphasizes that this permission for a distance bay'ah must be clearly and explicitly spoken by him in the physical world. He often explains that the Sufi authorization given to beginner disciples, and we are all still beginners on this path, must be directly and unambiguously stated by the teacher. It should never be assumed or personally interpreted, because the nafs, the lower self, can deceive a person into thinking they have received permission from the Shaykh when they have not. Therefore, those who connect from afar, perhaps on Zoom calls or live broadcasts, and receive the Shaykh's clear, spoken permission for bay'ah are also counted as Karkari disciples, even if they haven't had the blessing of the hand-to-hand bay'ah with the Shaykh. Other than these 2 ways, the direct physical pledge or the clearly given remote pledge, no one can claim to be a Karkari disciple. And here is an important danger to understand. Assigning spiritual authority over a Karkari disciple to those who are outside the path. It is already forbidden for a disciple in our path to take another disciple as their spiritual guide, as both are like sick and blind patients on the path of healing. So think how much more serious it is to consider someone a guide who is completely outside the Karkari bay'ah, or someone who falsely claims to be Karkari but hasn't made the commitment to the Shaykh, followed the proper training, or upheld the 7 foundations. Our Shaykh explains often that if a disciple takes any other person, especially someone outside the path, as a religious authority, particularly in matters of belief, the heart, and journeying to God, it is like leading oneself to spiritual destruction. And Allah knows best.